All right, coming up next, a good welterweight matchup here between Nate Diaz and KAMARU Usman. Well, they are not knocking the D2 National Wrestling Championship anymore because now KAMARU Usman has some UFC gold to go with it. A huge effort to dethrone Tyron Woodley not all that long ago, and now Usman's got that target on his back.
And he also has an undying belief in himself. He believes that through all the hard work, the result will show when he steps in the octagon. He has underrated striking, and because everyone fears his wrestling, a lot of his striking opportunities open up even more. But the moment Usman grabs you, he can control you in a way that not many guys in the UFC can. We saw that in the Woodley fight. We saw it in the Dos Anjos fight. That's why he is the best fighter at 170 pounds.
And when your bout agreement says KAMARU Usman on it, get ready for
Grab a lunch pail.
25
Grab your lunch pail.
Might need a helmet too if that's allowed. KAMARU Usman getting ready to go here tonight. Well, you hear the pop from the crowd, DC, as Nate Diaz gets set to make this walk here tonight. You never know when is going to be the last time we see this guy compete, but there's a lot to like when we see Nate Diaz in the octagon.
Nate Diaz is a savage, a guy that just epitomizes fighter. From the attitude, the walk, the music, everything tells you that when Nate Diaz shows up, you're getting ready to watch a fight. A fantastic striker and a great jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is just a well-rounded fighter and one of the biggest stars in the UFC.
We've seen the Stockton slap before. I'll set the total.
It's just so disrespectful.
Over under 1.5.
So
you think he throws it tonight?
It's just so disrespectful, but it's so Nate Diaz.
All right, we'll see if he invokes the Stockton slap here tonight, but Nate Diaz is back, and hopefully in a big way for his supporters around the world. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. Diaz is 2 years his senior. The rest of the numbers are nearly identical. To get us started with the official introductions, we go inside to the veteran voice of the octagon. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 20 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, KAMARU, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter holding a professional record of 22 wins, 13 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds, fighting out of Stockton, California, ladies and gentlemen, an Ultimate Fighter season winner, Nate Diaz! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean.
Herb Dean has drawn the assignment here.
Ready.
All right, DC, here we go with round 1. Of course, few guys in this division can grapple as effectively as he can, but maybe some pause tonight given the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt on the other side.
Yes, and he may use his grappling in reverse to stay upright because this Jiu-Jitsu fighter is such a great fighter. He's such a fantastic fighter. He's so skilled. He's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it. That standing may be this grappler's best chance to win the fight.
Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Close guard. Diaz is trying to...
Oh, nice.
Trying to control, nicely done. Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Diaz. Just over 3 minutes now to go.
What a punch. Big liver kick lands under the elbow.
Oh, collar tie, timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes.
So just a quick level change.
Oh, he went single, rotated head outside. This dude's going for a ride. Oh, takes it for a ride. What a fantastic takedown.
Oh, his opponent squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. Crazy accuracy and efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here. And if you're the opponent, you got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop it.
You got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there by Diaz. Got the single collar tie. Connects with a right. Combination landed by Usman.
Right where he wants to be, in the clinch.
Oh, and he lands another takedown here. Just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. Clean entries. The Olympian's got to like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the legs before his opponent reacts. By beating him on the entry, now it's up to the opponent to keep up. But this guy's playing chess. His opponent's playing checkers. He's playing chess. He can't keep up. Once he gets to his legs, he's got to beat him defensively before he gets his hands locked around his legs or his body.
All right, so there's the horn. Let us now look back at some of the action in that round, DC, and he had his takedown game going early and often.
Yeah, he had it going great. I mean, he did a great job of finding his entries, rushing to his finishes before his opponent could react and defend him. He should be very proud of the work he did over the course of that last round. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Nice looping punch.
Man, he's just got a great feel for the striking realm early in this one.
The timing is on point. He's doing a great job of mixing everything up.
Man, how good is that jab from Nate Diaz? Almost as if he's been doing it for 20 years,
I mean, he has been doing it. You know, he's got a great boxing coach in Richard Perez, a guy that he believes in, a guy that...
Oh, nicely done as he gets the takedown. Looking for a guillotine. Get a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Somehow stays in the fight. Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Diaz. Oh, nice job here staying busy off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Oh, it looks like he's got him in a crucifix now, DC. A lot of body weight from the top position. How does he go about trying to finish this fight?
He just needs to stay heavy. He's got to keep his weight down. He's got to be working, but not working recklessly, because this is a position that you can escape. Make sure you secure your opponent, and make sure you secure your opponent. Land strikes that matter and end this fight.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. So 2 minutes to go here in our second round. Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Usman. 76 total strikes have landed for KAMARU Usman. And landing with 76% accuracy against Nate Diaz. Oh, great head movement there. Slips his head off the center line, and defensively, that's exactly what you want.
It's almost like you can telegraph when the punch is coming. And when he sees it, he just makes a slight little movement, right or left, to get out of the way and avoid those shots.
Oh, misses with the jab. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction.
Beautiful
down late in the round here, DC. We'll see what he can do.
Time is perfect. This will leave an impression in the judge's mind. And as his opponent, you get back to your feet right away, because you can also sway the judges by getting back up to your feet and maybe exploding with one last flurry.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
We gotta commit to those sprawls and dig for those underhooks. Stay on the outside.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go. 5 minutes remain in the fight. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Well, now if you're the opponent, you really got to be careful as Diaz is able to find a home for that right hand yet again.
When Diaz starts landing the right hand, you have got to stay firm. You have got to dig your heels in the ground and say, no way, you're going to just fantastic time for that beautiful takedown.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one arm in, one arm out. Guys will start throwing up legs, chasing triangles.
Well, maybe cranking the neck a little bit. The question is, can he get that rear naked choke? And he's out. Oh, all right, he's got the full mount now, DC, and he has proven to be a hard guy to buck off from this position.
Oh, because he's so heavy. He keeps his weight down. He really does grind on you with his bottom half. He doesn't do anything with his arms. His arms are free to punch. He's collecting you with his hips and his legs, making you make a determination as to whether or not you want to get grounded, pounded into the mat, or if you're going to give your back up, where he will then start to chase chokes.
A lot of energy expenditure defensively if you are the bottom fighter in this equation.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Nice connection there by Nate Diaz. Not a guy you want to let get going here on the feet, DC.
No, because it's all downhill with Nate, right? It's the activity that will overwhelm his opponents, and this looks like the start of that.
Man, it's almost like he's got a rangefinder out there. Just two. Now the transition to the judo throw right into side control, where he will have no shortage of options. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Oh, wow, oh!
Then he's out. Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Diaz. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Woo! All right, so that horn marks the end of the fight. Gotta think the decision at this point is just a formality. It was all about his takedown game tonight.
Insane performance tonight by this young man. He did a great job of mixing in the takedowns every time they presented themselves. He was focused on doing that. He was happy to embrace the grind tonight, and he did exactly that.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. The judges score the contest 9-28, 30-27, 29-28. For the winner by unanimous decision, KAMARU, the Nigerian Nightmare!
All right, so there he is. The celebration is on. He tried to leave the judges out of it tonight, was unable to do that, but a pretty dominant effort nonetheless. He's your winner by unanimous decision.
And you've got to feel good about that. You got to feel good about dominating every aspect of a fight and getting a victory. He should be very proud of his performance tonight. Nate.